Good morning, fellow TPCians. My name is Emmanuel Mtini Swa, a brother from another mother. This is another important day for me. I would love to us to look at to do a review on the send pattern meetings. You remember yesterday it was Monday the 23rd, and we had our send pattern meetings as usually. Guys, it is so much important that we as full-timers in particular, we take much interest and take much attention to the send pattern meetings on weekly basis so that we can actually play an influential role to our prospects. All full-timers, I'm encouraging you guys to have interest in attending send pattern meetings on weekly basis. This is going to make things easy for the rest of our members. Remember, we have the admin credits, we have the merchants promo as well. So if most of us are having interest in attending the send pattern meetings on weekly, that is going to help draw more people into the send pattern meetings. The more people attend the send pattern meetings, the better for us, particularly during this time where we need to close up on the billionaire position zones, and that we need to as well uh, participate in the mass adoption team promo for 2020. So it is very much important for us to always attend to the send pattern meetings and get more education and get more insight of what is happening in TPC currently. Now, today is the 24th. It's a Christmas Eve. I would love to wish everybody a happy Christmas tomorrow, the 25th of December 2019. I would love to wish everyone, including our leader, TPC admin, wherever he is. And we are actually aware that he is still on vacation, he is still on leave. We wish him a safe, happy vacation so that he can relax and come back next year in 2020 a refreshed man, a refreshed leader indeed. Thank you so much. I would love to thank him for everything that he has done in 2019. He has done an awesome job for the entire community of TPC. Things are happening. The Billion Coin, since it was upgraded, it is now offering its own members a residual income. But then, guys, we need to be ethical in our dealings. We need to be honest in everything that we touch in TPC. Let us lead by example and produce ethical leaders and become ethical ourselves. Honesty is the best policy ever. That is what my parents taught me when I was still young. Let us live by the rules. Remember, the Billion Coin is a self-regulated entity, self-funded. You see, we depend upon each other. So if we are honest, honesty is going to take us further. We don't have to have any hiccups or anything. Let us unite and be ethical and be honest and be responsible and take any responsibility for what we do as a community. Remember, we are in the making of a new economy. So we need to drive this together. We don't need any hiccups taking place now. So guys, if you're a leader, share everything honestly, be transparent, be a leader, lead by example. Don't try and rob or hijack the system of TPC. We don't need such things. And we need to also remember that as we are formulating or developing a new economy, we are doing this in the presence of the elites. We are doing this in the presence of a a current financial system which has been existing for years. And if they see that we are doing wrong things, they will start taking advantage of this and divide us. We don't need divisions. We don't need interference now. Let us keep up working ahead and doing the right things, and also respecting our leader as well. Admin, who is our leader, who is the creator of this new concept called the Billion Core. Remember, our task is to create a new economy. Remember the vision and the mission of the Billion Core. We need to see poverty being eradicated or being ended throughout the whole globe. So I want us to, I so much wish that we need to actually constantly remind each other and encourage each other. Honesty is the best policy. Now allow me to go to the screen sharing so that we can review the send button meetings as a matter of encouraging you guys out there to see that it is so much important for you as a full-timer in this community, particularly now during the distribution phase, to participate in these send button meetings on a weekly basis. Other than collecting kringles for attending the send button meetings, education is a priority. It's more important for you to be educated about new developments, about norms and house rules in the Billion Core. Now, without waste of time, let me just go to my screen sharing so that we can review the send button meetings together and also look at other important things in TPC. Now, let's go here. Let's go to the Billion Coin. You see, I've been perusing already. Now, I want us to look here. We have this one, says December, special edition, December 23rd, 2019, send button meetings. It was yesterday. We attended it. We had a time to attend to this one. Now, let's just go inside here and read here. Let's go inside and read together. Here, we move to one team promotion, 1st 2020. We need to current reality of options for humanity. Option A, allow the current world financial system to collapse. Option A, allow the current world financial system to collapse. How will this happen? When we look back at this moment historically, we will agree that the collapse of Deutsche Bank, I don't know, or Deutsche Bank, here's the link, began the collapse of the entire world financial system. Tells this site here, coin, this article. Can you imagine what happens when all banks close all over the whole world and all ATMs stop spitting out money on demand indefinitely? Within weeks of this collapse and the fall of all central banks worldwide, blood will be running like rivers down the streets of every city in the world. It fits perfectly in the elite's plan of massive world depopulation. Most likely, you will die during the early part of option A. I hope I have your attention to how serious the situation is, regardless of how ignorant you may be about geopolitics. Right, option B. This seems to be the current direction we are heading now. A gold-backed system. A gold-backed system is erected before a global financial collapse happens. In one way, this will give the collapse a soft landing, and considering the alternative, every government in the world will support this kind of transition. So how much gold do you own? How much gold do you own and hold right now? Most of you would have to admit that other than a wedding ring, you don't have any gold. So you are $8% up percent, something like this. If option B happens, it is an undeniable fact that the 1% or 99% of all the wealthy in the world today, right? Just look at how bad and widespread poverty is today globally. A gold-backed system will cement this unsustainable equality and poverty into place, and it will become much worse everywhere for everyone. At some point, you may wish you were dead. Question is can the powers that be keep the current system propped up long enough to complete this transition to have a soft landing for the collapse? Right? Both of these options exist because of how corrupt the entire system is today. If you want a clear understanding of how corrupt the system is, just watch the movie The Big Short. I don't recommend that the host of the Send Button Meetings play these videos during their broadcast because the movie is copyrighted and they could get their YouTube accounts shut down. So viewers should come back here and watch these videos on their own. Here are the links to The Big Short in 3 parts. This is first part number 1. Go through this one. This is part number 2. Video part number 2. This is video part number 3. So you should have time to watch at these videos. I'm going to do that as well. I watched only one part yesterday. So today I'll have time to come and watch part 2 and finish on part 3. This is the video that we need to watch, especially ourselves as members of the Billion Coin, so that we can understand these dynamics, the geopolitics dynamics. Now, this movie is a really eye-opener. It is like a documentary of our current financial times. It is a true story. The collapse would have happened in 2008, but governments and central banks took over the situation and introduced massive quantitative easing. They can't keep doing that forever because every country in the world would end up like Venezuela, which with super hyperinflation and paper money will become worthless and tossed in the streets by the people. All they did then was kick the cane down the road. Now we are right back. Now we are right back there. Only this time it is much worse. Option A is breathing down our necks, even as I am writing this blog post. This is the admin, guys. This is the admin. The point I want to make is that the current financial system is completely fraudulent and corrupt to the core. Right? Option C. Let's look at option C. TPC achieves mass adoption in 2020 before either option A or option B happens, right? We have no clear timeline to go by here. We just know all the signs are red hot, indicating our time to take action is very short. Now, option C retains to the birthright, back to the people. In a few days from now, some of you will be worthy 300 million US dollars. Will be worthy 300 million US dollars. That is abundance, and so little is expected in return. But we here in TPC have our problems too. Our plan only works with honest people, right? It must have integrity and unity. Not easy things to achieve nowadays, but they are a must for us. As you can see by the recent blog post, we have a huge investigation happening right now to sort out who the true winners of the Bitcoin contest are. I will pay the winners as soon as I can figure out who was honest in this last contest period. So far, we have identified over 40 top contestants that seem to be signing up fake accounts. Guys, signing up fake accounts. Emails will be going out to all of them regarding this contest period. We need all of them to respond to these emails. The choice is simple for them. They can either declare themselves ineligible or fully cooperate with our investigation. Ineligible means we caught them producing fake sign-ups and they don't expect to win this contest. But it also means that they promise never to create fake or multiple accounts again ever. Fully cooperate means they believe they are innocent and they will back up all of their sign-ups with proof of documentation and have some very good answers to all of our questions. We will examine their documentation and make judgment calls on each case. If they fail to respond to our emails, then we will assume they are ineligible. We would like to get all of this sorted out before our next send button meetings a week from now, so that I can pay the true winners and publish the results in this blog. Obviously, I cannot pay the winners before Christmas. Let's be realistic. I have the Bitcoin to pay them all right now, but due to so much apparent fraud, we need to complete this investigation first. In the meantime, treat all of the accused with respect and let us do our jobs. These are the growing pains of TPC. We must see the truth about how important it is for us all to be an honest people. Our lives depend on it. Literally, TPC is our best option for humanity, so let's not mess up this option, okay? No matter what, happy holidays to you. No matter what, happy holidays to you. No matter what, happy holidays to us. This is the warm, kind wishes from our leader, admin. Guys, members, we don't need all these sorts of things. Whatever we do as individuals in this community, let us also think of our admin. Always at the back of our minds, we must always think of the good things that he has done for us. We must always think of the awesome job that he is doing every day. There's an article that I read here in the blog where he states that he stays longer hours in office, doing things behind the scenes for us. He has no time, guys, to play. He brought this concept called the billion coin in our lifetime. We never thought that we would see ourselves being referred to as millionaires and billionaires. The word billionaire and millionaire never even existed, even in our grandparents. They never ever actually felt, I would say, they never ever thought of such a word. But today, when this TPC becomes a fully blown economy, we are millionaires and billionaires. No matter where you come from, no matter whether you're educated or not, the level of education is not needed. He is the only man who brought this concept to us. The brainwashing that we were actually led into by the current system. Even our forefathers died with the brainwashing. They died with it. They never even thought about an abundance lifestyle. So we shouldn't be missing this opportunity. We shouldn't be messing things around, guys. Let us not rush things. Let us not allow the spirit of greatness lead us into doing wrong things. I would prefer to sign people, maybe 2 people or 3 people in a month, as long as those people are legit. We need living souls here. We shouldn't create accounts that affect ghost accounts. Guys, for what? Why must we do that? Do you really understand that here we are dealing with human beings? Our mission is to end global poverty amongst living people, living souls. And we need to see these people. We need to hear testimonies coming from these people so that what we stand for can be recognized by even the elites. We shouldn't be playing here, guys. Being a member in TPC is not a child's play. We are dealing with a certain system. We are a movement that must be, we need to have integrity. Let us not give a chance to our opponents. Let us not become a laughing stock to our opponents. Let this be a warning. And let this be the last time we hear of such misbehaviors in this community. Really, really, we need to be ashamed of ourselves. We need to apologize to our leader for what we've done and to our constituencies too. We shouldn't allow this. I'm not being judgmental here because we have been advised not to judge people. I'm just saying it. This is also building even myself. When you see things happen to other people, don't isolate yourself, include yourself too. There is no difference. We are just the same. We can make mistakes at any time. But let us use this as a lesson. Let us take a lesson from what is happening now. And we shouldn't actually point fingers or being judgmental to our fellow members. They did not know what they were doing. But at least now, today, they need to know what how to do the right things. Fellow TPCians, fellow brothers and sisters all over the world, this is how far I wanted to contribute to you. Let us prepare ourselves for the new mass adoption team promo, where every member in this community will get an opportunity. When you pay your Kringle Cashback office from the first of each month, you will be able to accumulate coins in TPC. Just make it a point that you spread this good gospel about the 2020 mass adoption promo. We need to close up on the billionaire zone. We are looking up to 111,111 newest people who will participate in this promotion. Once we close up on the billionaire zone, the next stage, the next task would be to deal with the millionaire zone, so that we can as well bring more merchants joining us, because the backbone of us are the merchants. For now, let us continue with bringing in people using the admin credits, and this must be living people, living souls, genuine people, because we need to actually count, have numbers, genuine numbers. Numbers in TPC means a lot. Hello, fellow TPCians. Hello, friends all over the world. This is Emmanuel Mtiniswa. It's your brother from another mother sharing these common aspects. Let us attend also the same pattern meetings on a weekly basis, so that we can learn a lot, and let us share whatever we learn. I want to wish everyone a happy Christmas tomorrow, the 25th. Today is the 24th, of course. It is the Christmas Eve. Please do not drink and drive. If you are under the influence of alcohol, please stay indoors. Have a Merry Christmas. Till we meet again in my next contribution, perhaps next year, if things are possible. May God bless us all. Let us have a peaceful, Merry Christmas. Let us look after each other. Let us also, when we meet new people during Christmas gatherings, let us tell them about this wonderful mass adoption team promo that we have nowadays, starting on the 1st of January 2020. May God bless each one of you till we meet again in my next contribution. I love you. Thank you. Bye for now.